Men apply for a job when they meet only 60% of the qualifications, but women apply only if they meet 100% of them. What are your thoughts on this? Source. Link. Feel like the imposter syndrome women feel is real. It's so real. Speaking as a mod here, we get an unbelievable amount of questions like how do you deal with imposter syndrome? Nearly every day. Speaking as a professional, I have 3 interns, 2 guys and a girl. The guys sometimes ask for help, but will usually just do their thing, and get a lot wrong. The girl will come to me almost every day, asking questions saying I'm not sure how to do this even when she was doing it right, and usually ending with sorry for asking so many questions. We're raised to second guess ourselves. It sucks. When applying for jobs, when I see a job that I don't meet every single criteria of the job description, I stop and think, would this stop a man? No, and then apply. It's a really good motivating tactic to force you to be brave and bold and recognize your potential. I think males traditionally have a more fake it till you make it attitude. Women are definitely just as capable, but I think they have to chase it as soon as possible because they are qualified. I think part of this might be because women often have to prove themselves more, or at least feel that they have to. Yeah, I read somewhere in regards to jobs and promotions, men are evaluated on potential whereas women are evaluated on proven performance. I think a lot of this has to do with more males being in positions of power, and those managers relating to the men. They see a younger version of themselves, whereas they may struggle to even find things in common with a young woman. Boys have drilled into them from a young age that they have to act confident, so that girls will like them, so they don't get bullied, etc. As you say, if they're not confident, they're told to fake it and never let on. I believe a part of it as well is that men in general are not used to receiving help, and the way people treat a man in distress vs a woman in distress are going to be very different. Men learn they must be independent, and even if that isn't working out, at least it's better to be lost with conviction than to be lost and upset. From what I observed from 2 male interns I am actually supervising, it's that male raised traditionally tries to hide mistakes, lack of knowledge and feelings of inadequacy for fear to appear weak, and be judged on that. So would take the risk to bullshit and lie more to cover from those bad traits than women do. To me, this is a great part of what is toxic masculinity and why it is toxic. My observation are from 2 interns I am currently supervising. 2 young men 18 and 21 years old. 21 Yo reeks of toxic masculinity. He is also quite woke, as the young says, so it's a weird combo of values he displays even in his acts toward others and comments made in passing that I agree with and am quite happy to see in young men, and behaviors that I feel sad witnessing because the kid is only hurting himself. For context, he is also from a very patriarchal culture, so I think that weighed on him, and he unconsciously reproduced what he saw from his fathers and male family members. The 18 years old has not shown any sign of toxic masculinity, yet. The way he talks about his parents, they said fuck you to gender roles for themselves. And even more for their sons. He shows behaviors that I usually see in my young women interns. Admit easily when he doesn't know or made a mistake. Second guess himself when he is unsure. Ask a lot of questions and no recklessness. If I had the option to do so, I would hire the 18 years old on the spot. Way easier to teach, to work with and to trust. The 21 years old, well, I can't trust him. Not fully. I need to know when mistakes are made immediately to fix them. I already experienced that he'd try to hide them. I need to know people limitation to assign the right tasks, or to know how to guide them to do said tasks. 18 willingly tells me what he needs from me. 21 wooked shut up. Agree to do something I asks, and waste time to do it all by himself. I think I derailed myself and lost my point at some point in that post. What I truly wanted to say is women, it's not us that need to change. It's men. It's what society values. And I'm happy to see that it seems to be there in the youngest generation, even if there's still work to do.